everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and we are back with another 12 by 12 inch one-page wonder. So I'm using a piece of scrapbook paper, and we're going to make this cute little folio. So this one opens like this, and there's a pocket here on the front, and then a pocket stacked behind it. Okay, so you've got two pockets there, and then let's see if we can get those back in there. It opens up like this, and I added a pocket just with a pretty coordinating digital, but on this side it's the same thing. There's a pocket. I don't even know, did I put anything in that pocket? And a pocket back here, okay? And these are pretty big, deep pockets. It'll be good for lots of treasures, some notes, journaling paper, that type of thing. This one-page wonder was inspired by Pink Strawberries, and she did hers, I think, for like a Valentine gift. So the pockets are quite generous, and if you didn't want to add another pocket here, I think this would be a good place for a journaling spot. Okay, so I really like it. I like the orientation of it, and I think it's a little bit different. So let's close her up, and we'll make another one and see how we do. So I am using scrapbook paper that's very old. It's from Stampin' Up! From like decades ago, like maybe 15 years ago, I'm not sure. But it's pretty, and I still have it in my stash. This one has polka dots. The sample I made had some stripes and a floral pattern. So anyway, we'll have fun with it. First thing you do, as a reminder, I will put the measurements in the description for you guys, so you don't have to take notes, but they'll be there. You are going to cut your 12 by 12 piece of paper in half so that you end up with a piece, two pieces that are 6 inches by 12 inches. This one is going to become the base of our folio. I'm going to set it aside. And then the second 6 by 12 piece, you're going to cut so that you have two pieces that measure 4 by 6. So lay it on that 12-inch side and cut a piece that's 4 inches, and then another piece that is 4 inches. And then you're going to have one 4 by 6 piece left, and you're going to cut it in half so that you have two 2 by 6 pieces. All right. So these are all going to become the layered pockets on the folio. Okay, so we're going to set these aside, and we're going to do a little bit of scoring. So let me get out my scoreboard, and we're going to score on the 12-inch side, and we're going to score at 1.5 inches. And again, I'll put this in the description for you. 1.5, 6 inches, and then 10.5 inches. Okay, that easy. All right, set that aside. And now we're going to score our pockets while I have my scoreboard out. So the two pieces that measure 4 by 6, we are going to score around 3 edges at 1/4 inch. So we're going to do one of the 6-inch sides, so right at 1/4 inch, and then we're going to turn it and score it at 1/4 inch on the 6-inch side, and I'm going to do 5 3/4, same thing, or you could have turned it and done 1/4 inch. Okay, so I have a score on all 3 sides. We're going to do this to both pieces. So on the 6-inch side, we want 1/4 inch, 5 3/4, and then I'm going to turn it, and on the 4-inch side, 1/4 inch. All right, and this is going to make those nice roomy pockets. Now, your pieces that measure 2x6, we're going to do the same thing. So on that 6-inch side, score at 1/4 inch and 5 3/4, and then turn it and score on that 2-inch side at 1/4 inch. And you're going to do it one more time. So 1/4 inch, 5 3/4, turn, and 1/4 inch. Okay, that's all the scoring. Yay! So guys, I'm sitting here in the middle of a lot of snow falling here in Virginia. So I figured it's nice and bright and light outside, so we would film a video while we watch it snow. So I won't watch it snow while I'm working, but this winter never seems to want to end. So they're calling where I am 2 to 6 inches, but in other parts of the state up to 1 foot. So yay! I hope we get on the lighter side of that. Fold neatly on all your score lines. Make sure everything is looking nice. Now, I've got to decide which way I am going to decorate, you know, to be the front, and which way I want to be, you know, the outside versus the inside patterns. And the way I'm doing the pockets is this big pocket, there'll be a pattern, and then there'll be the polka dots. So I think I'm gonna turn mine this way. Just look at your paper and decide, and when you open it up, we'll have more of the floral. This depends on, you know, how you cover it up. The polka dots will be on the back. I think I did this one with I did the floral. So we'll just do this one opposite, and then I had the stripes inside. All right, before I start inking and things, I am going to round the corners on these flaps. So I am just going to do that really quick. It's optional, of course. So many things with paper crafting is optional, right? You can do it pretty much however you want. Okay, I'm going to use my walnut stain distress ink and take just a moment and do a little bit of inking. And again, if you don't want to ink your project, don't feel like you have to. And a lot of this can also, you know, after you get some of your layers on, if you want to go back and add the inking or a little more inking, you can. When you're, before you glue down pockets is kind of when you want to decide if you're going to ink those or not, because they're a little hard to ink after you glue them down. So let me say welcome to everyone. I'm glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you're new, welcome. Welcome to the channel. And I hope you find some inspiration and want to hang out with us some. I think we have a nice group of ladies and maybe some men. I don't think too many, but maybe that come by and hang out with me and craft. So welcome, and I hope you enjoy. If you guys like the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment, okay? That lets YouTube know you like what I'm doing. Okay, and then more people hopefully will see my videos. All right, so I want the polka dots on the front. All right, so now I'm going to fold the pockets, and it definitely helps. Let me see, I just eyeballed when I did these before. Yeah, there's not really a way to do this using this tool, so I'm not going to. I was just thinking about it. All right, we're going to cut the corners kind of close. I know that was probably hard for you guys to see, wasn't it? That's where the score line was, and I just kind of got close to it, hopefully, but not over. So this pocket, it just makes the corners fold nicely. So this will be the pocket for the inside. Isn't that cute? With the flowers and the polka dots. And then this one, I'm gonna do the same thing and just miter those corners and be careful not to over snip. And this one I'm gonna fold this way because I want the flowers on the outside, right? And you can layer yours however you want. I think the original video, instead of using one 12 by 12, which I thought was a brilliant idea, she cut 2 pieces of 12 by 12 and made, I guess, 2, but that way she had 4 patterns. Her scrapbook paper was printed like mine is on both sides, and so she used a piece from 2 different pieces of paper. So you could do that too. And then you would have, you know, you could make, of course, 2 folios, or you could use those 6 by 12 pieces for something else that are left over. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I am going to glue it down, and I'm going to use my wet glue. So this is Line Co brand PVA glue. You can get this on Amazon. I'm sure you can get it other places as well, but that's where I buy mine. And I do have a link in the description of my videos to my Amazon storefront, so that if you want to see some of the supplies that I use. So again, no need to, but if you want to, it is an affiliate link, and Amazon does pay me a few pennies if you end up making a purchase. It's no cost to you. So that's when you hear people say that they're affiliate links, that's what that means. It's, I guess, kind of free marketing for different products and brands and websites and things, and they offer some incentives then to folks who share those links, right? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing with the itsy bitsy pocket. Well, it's not that itsy bitsy, but the 2-inch pockets. And this one I want the polka dots on the outside. So I'm gonna fold it this way. And by making kind of these tabs to glue down instead of just gluing down a rectangle, you definitely have a much roomier pocket. You know, all the time when I talk about, you know, be careful with your glues so we don't take up the real estate in our pocket, right? Well, with these, you get all the room that's the width and the height of your piece of paper. So that's a good thing. All right, so just glue to the little tabs. And I, on mine, came up some, and I'm going to do that again just so you see a touch of the pattern paper. I think that's pretty. There we go. Whoops, like that. Okay. And now we need to do this one. And I haven't really thought about what I'm gonna put here on this one. I'll have to look and see what I have. The other one, and I'll show you some of the pieces I used from a digital kit that I have. I think it's called Green Glory. And the shop on Etsy that I got it from is Ink and Page Journals. So it's just all different kinds of green papers and ephemera and tags and little bit circles, all kinds of stuff, and journaling cards. And they're all in different images and patterns and colors of green. So it was kind of fun since there was quite a bit of green in this project because of the papers I chose. Okay. Ooh. Okay, that wiggled a little, but I think I got it straight. And now we have one more pocket to do, right? Gotta make sure I'm cutting at the right spot. It looked odd for a second. It's better to slow down, right? and make sure you're where you want to be. Okay. I kind of like the repeat of this one too, and I do think it would be great for a gift or to again add in a larger journal, so you have a pullout, right? And someone could, like if they're journaling, you know, over several months in the same journal, they could have maybe a special event and pull something like this out just for their thoughts or their memories about that one particular, you know, time or something. So there's always, I think, uses for pieces like this, as well as, again, good standalone items. Just fun. Whoops, let's get it straight. Okay. I think it looks good. All right. Now, to make the closure, well, let me show you real quick. So, and in fact, I wanted to show you guys something because this is the same paper kit, and I used 2 different settings on my printer, and I was just going to show you. There's a difference, but it's not huge, but there's definitely a difference. So this was just kind of on the regular setting, and it prints nice and fast, right? And then I put it on a higher quality setting, and you know, like the green is a little bit brighter, it's a little bit crisper, and I'm honestly, guys, not sure which one I like the best. I feel like the images that I used in my prototype, like that was, you know, one of them, kind of have that vintagey, you know, vintagey look to them. And the other ones, of course, do too, but I don't know. You know, I mean, that's a really nice crisp green there, right? So I don't know. I printed a few at that higher quality, and then I'm like, you know, I really like the others. So then I went back to that, and I have some of both to play with. I think they're close enough that it probably doesn't matter, but I was just going to show you. And I think it is important to realize that, you know, if you get a digital and you're like, oh, it doesn't look exactly like I thought it would, or it did, you know, on my computer screen, because they're all different, right? Try some different settings and see, because you might be happier with a different setting. So just a little thought, and to show you that we all do it and we play with it. So I wanted to pick something. I liked the idea of, I did a layer that was like some hydrangeas, and then I layered it on another circle I punched out. So maybe we'll just get these all mixed up because I don't think it matters. Let's see. Yeah, it might have even been from that hydrangea. I don't know. The little bow might be cute too, though. Let's see. Probably not going to be able to reach it with my punch. Okay, so I'm going to live a little and just cut that off to give our 1-inch punch some wiggle room. I think that'll be cute for a closure. I don't know, we'll see. And then I want something behind it. So that was a 1-inch. Let me grab my 1 1/4 inch punch. And let me see what I can come up with. I'm just going to sacrifice a portion of one of the journaling cards. It'll be okay. All right, let me move those out of my way for right now. And get some ink, and we'll see how it looks. I also, because I wanted it a little sturdier, I cut several 1 1/4 inch circles just out of other offcuts. Yeah, we'll just layer that on there. And let's see if I have any paper that I can cut a few out with. I think I did like 3. There we go. And this is why I save these strips, because I can always use them for something. You never know. Okay, so let's layer, and then we'll add some ink. It's gonna look wonderful. And I just used a little brad to hold it on. You could do some other little circles of paper that are smaller and lift it up that way and just glue it down. You could do an eyelet, you know, lots of different things you could do for a closure. I try to vary my closures when I'm crafting so that you guys can see some different ideas and options. And a lot of times they're just variations kind of on the same ideas, but it's kind of fun to see different ones. Okay, looks like a little bow. All right. The colors are a little different than the paper. There's a lot more blue in this paper, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We are going to get a paper piercer, and I am going to put the eyelet kind of right at this portion of the bow. All right, and then this is the flap that I want it on. So let's just lay it down where I think it looks like the center. That looks good. And I'll poke a hole. You could measure and mark it, or you can, you know, live on the wild side like me. Okay, let's get an eyelet out. I'm gonna use one this size. I don't know, look at the ink on my hands. I don't know what size this is, but this is the one we're gonna use. And you can use whatever you happen to have in your stash too. Okay. Now on the inside flap, I just punched a circle and glued it down because I didn't need a closure on it. That looked cute. You can decorate that flap however you like. You know, you do a strip of paper. There's lots of things. Okay. All right. Now, before I put some string on here, let's look at these pockets really quick. I think I would like to, well, I have a bunch of circles already punched. So let's pick an image out. Isn't that super cute? I love the lime. Here's the hydrangea. Yeah, that's pretty. I think I'm gonna go with the butterfly though. You guys know I can't resist a good butterfly. So the other one, I did the circle kind of to the left. So let's do this one to the right, just to be a little different. Now you want to be careful not to get your glue too high up on the circle, because this is the 2-inch circle, and where I'm going to put it, I do not want to accidentally close up my pocket. Okay, and if you need a little extra glue, you can squirt some under there. There we go. And let me grab my little strips. I used these, I think, in my last video too. And they're just working for me, so we're gonna keep using them. All right, there is Beauty in Simplicity. I think I used it in my what can I make in 15-minute video. But they're still right here. I'm gonna keep them in, I have a little cart with drawers that sits to the left of my craft desk, and I am going to just keep them in that little drawer on hand because I'm enjoying having them to work with. All right, that's cute. And again, then it's just deciding, you know, what pieces you want in the pockets and having fun with that. We could put a bigger one in there, right? Now, I haven't thought about if I want to do another pocket like I did with one of the images, or if I want to put some journaling paper. I think I'm going to leave it for right now while I give that some thought. So, Ooh, I think this succulent looks really pretty with these papers. So let's put the succulent on this pocket up here. So again, we're kind of, it's the idea of bringing it kind of together. Let me see if I can find one. Your patience is, I don't want to treasure every moment. How about that? Okay. And we will glue this one down. And I'm probably going to use, all right, same thing, don't get it too high up on the circle. I'm probably going to use the same little twine because I really liked that. Oops, I'm gonna bring it down just a touch. Let's make sure we didn't accidentally close that pocket. Okay. There we go. Yeah, looking good, looking good. All right. And let me grab, oh, I love those little bottles. Of course, when you stick them in, you kind of don't get to see them anymore. Isn't that pretty? All right, you see how the difference, just a little bit of a difference. What if I trim this? It's 4 inches. I want this to be a little less than 4 inches. And we're gonna make it just a side tuck, just like that. That's what we're gonna put here. I did another kind of just deep, big pocket on the prototype, but I think this will be nice. Or do we want to go this way? Let's go this way so that we have our image. So I want this side left open. So I'm gonna hold it so I don't get confused and just add glue to the 3 sides. Here we go. Sweet, sweet, making me happy. Okay, and then we can have some butterflies in there and a nice big stack of books in that one. Isn't this kit fun? I love all the green. Oh, let's put, let's find something, a little circle. I also had all those fussy cuts. I wonder if any of those are the right size. They may be too large, and I don't want them bigger than, you know, the spot there. So let's just, oh, what about the lime? Ah, the lime fits. Let's do it. That's funny. It doesn't quite go with the other images I chose, but the lime is really making me happy. So, and if you want to put a brad on this one too, you can, but I'm just going to glue mine down. Try to get it approximately in the center. Cuteness. Okay, let me get some of these little pieces out of my way. I think that's gonna do it for now. Like I said, these pockets will hold a whole lot. You know, you can get a lot in there. So, you know, photos, other pretties, you know, whatever you like. All right, let's put a piece of twine on here. So again, just be gentle, and I don't cut mine until after I get it tied and wrapped so I know how long I want it. I usually just do you know, a regular knot like that. And I didn't need to leave a tail that long, but trim it off. And then we're gonna go 1, I'm gonna do 2. And this one, I'll leave a little long, tie a little knot, and then you'll know to grab this to undo it. Yeah, isn't that cute? They look similar, right? But different because of the different papers. Let's look one more time. Gotta remember which page was to it. I try to do it the same way each time, but sometimes I get confused. So a pocket, we've got a side pocket, and then 2 more pockets. I put something back there. There we go. Cute. I'm happy with it. I hope you guys are too. Let me know if you're going to make one. And I'd love to see what you make. So tag me if you post on social media. Okay, thanks guys. Have a great one. Until next time. Thank you for watching.